right. So, in your assignments, you're going to go to resume. In resumes and portfolios, here I have some samples for you of what those look like. And I even give you a template that you can download and just fill in and put your own information in. Okay? Here's a couple of videos that are resources of how to write a good resume, some tips on it, things like that if you would like to use those or want to look at those. However, I'm going to show you a couple of my resumes so that you can see what they look like and how to do those. So I'm going to put in my resume. I have a couple resumes. I have my job resume for a regular teaching job, and then I have a theater resume because if I'm going for a theater job or an acting job or something, I have a separate one just for that. So it depends. If you've got a couple of things going on, you might change your resumes depending on the jobs you're going for or what you're looking at doing. So on a resume, basic general outline, you're going to put your name, address, contact information, ways they can get a hold of you. These aren't seen except by those people you hand them out to, so you don't have to be worried about that. I'm going to be the only one seeing it, so please be accurate on this. Your objective. Employment as, for me, this was for an educator. If you know a specific job title, you could put that specific job title. If you're going and just putting out a whole bunch of resumes in general, like to nursing or physical therapist or musician or whatever, you could just put to gain employment as a musician or whatever that is, okay? Gain employment period. It could be just to get a job. Then you'll put, and you can put these in either order. Some put work experience first, some put education first. It really doesn't matter as long as you have it. Resumes are supposed to be quick. They can glance at it very easily looked at. So they like bullet points. They like to be able to glance very quickly and see so you don't write a long narrative. You're just getting really concise information, okay? This is you at a glance on a page. So I've got my degree, my educational experience, and where I've been and what I got degrees from in years. Then this isn't as updated. This is still showing my old school and when I was working from last year. I haven't added Alta Int. But then you would list the places you've worked or volunteer experience. You can put under volunteer experience, etc. I put this under work. And a brief description of what it is you for that job. A very brief description. If I was doing volunteer, maybe I volunteered for the Red Cross, and what I did was hand out blankets, provide for needs, comfort people, take down information, data entry, food dispensing, whatever it is. If you work in a homeless shelter or someplace like that, or you volunteer places, or you've done things, you all have experience. It may not be work experience, but you guys have been working for the last 4 years as a student, and you've been learning things and getting skills and doing things, and you certainly have things you can put on this. So don't think that just because you don't have any work experience, you can't make a resume. Then I also see, see my theater portfolio if I'm going for a job that needs that, because that takes another 3 pages. So this is my 1 page, see me at a glance. On the one that is a second page to this, that it's not letting it show here, is my skills, other skills that I have. Piano playing, instruments, writing, poetry published, human management skills, data entry, things that I've done in the past that may not pertain or be there, but I want them to see that I'm a valuable tool, that I can do lots of different things, and I'm diverse, and I am someone who can be flexible, so that they might want me more than it. So you want to show that you're unique to other people by what you can do. Okay? So that's a resume. They may also ask for something different. They may ask for what's called a curriculum vitae. So let me show you my curriculum vitae. All right. And this one I've kept updated because more and more they're asking for this. On this one you can be a little more in detail. It doesn't have to be concise to just 1 page anymore on a curriculum vitae because they want to see more detail. You still don't write a narrative. That's what the job interview is for. It's a little more streamlined and concise. Name, address, contact information, education. Notice on education I'm not just putting where I went or degree, but also what I maybe my areas of concentration and study. So if you're going for a job in music and you got a degree in music, you could also specify which classes in music you took or any professional work you did while you were in there or interning. So they can see that. Gentlemen, please. Thank you. So you can just list those things. I also put awards that I got during college time. Then I would put specifically my teaching experience or work experience there. And here I'm giving a lot more described job description here of what I did, a little more details for them because they want to see more details in that. So I can give a little bit longer work things on this. And then because this is my curriculum vitae, I also added my related experience and theater experience, which goes on forever. So just saying. They generally just go, wow, and put that away. They don't really read it through it. So that's a resume or curriculum vitae, which you'll get time here to create here in a minute. The other thing is a portfolio. You might have been asked to do portfolios in your English classes or other classes here in school where you put the best of your work in a portfolio at the end, and that just shows that you've mastered what you've done. For job portfolios, it's a little bit the same and a little bit different. You're still putting your best work together, but you're showing off who you are and what you can do. And so when I walk into a job in the old days, I would bring in, well, even this year when I was doing, because I had this big binder that's about this thick. It looks like it's a novel that's in progress. And I've got pictures of shows I've done, awards I've won, sample student work, all those things in this big binder. So when I go into a job, I can say, they go, what's that? My portfolio. And they go, oh, nowadays they want an e-portfolio, an electronic place where they can go and see things really quickly without having to flip through a big old book. And you don't have to lug it around. So it makes it really nice. I have a theater portfolio, a teaching portfolio, one that's mixed, so I've got all those things. There's a couple of ways you can do your portfolios. And I've given you a couple of places here on your assignment that will help you with that. And in the assignment, I've got, come on, you're going fast. There are ways to show you've accomplished. LinkedIn is a great place. Facebook pages, making a free Weebly site. Canvas, ePortfolio. Hard copies are very rare nowadays. You're going to be required to do an ePortfolio for this assignment. Okay? So a couple of ways you can do it. On your portfolios, though, because they are more public and online, you don't have to put your personal contact information. You just put yourself out there, and the only people who know where you are or search you won't be able to find where you are. You put that link on your resume, and then go search you and look you up and see your portfolio right from there. Or you can give them a link later if they ask for an interview. Please be off the electronics and paying attention up here instead of that. It's distracting to me and to you. You're not getting the information. Thank you. All right, so a couple of things I am going to show you. This is my Facebook page. A lot of artists and people are using Facebook pages as a way to have a portfolio. So here I've been posting things that have been written about me, interviews. I've got my photo albums of my shows and things that I've done. I have links to things that I think are interesting, cool that I've used in my teaching. I have links to my YouTube sites and postings of student work that they've created so that people can see what I've done in classes and such. I've got even our newspaper articles and such that have been written by students to promote my students as well as show how I've been involved in that. So that's one way you can create a portfolio, is to do that. Again, you're showing your best work. You can create things like that. Another is LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn account. The cool thing about LinkedIn is it works. You can blog, you can upload videos, you can upload files, you can have your resume all on there. And rather than just you putting out to jobs and looking for jobs.
Roundy,
Yes. Yes?
Stacy Kenny is checking out now. Can you send her to the office?
Sure. Where's Maisie? She's not even here. She's not here.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. I think she checked herself out already. All right. You don't just have to go looking for jobs here and see what's available. Employers can use this, put in a search for what they're looking for, and see your profile and actually offer you jobs and recruit from here. The other thing is you are networking. It's like Facebook for business people and for businesses and professionalism. And you can network with other people in those jobs or friends around the world, and they can get you inside gigs on jobs. They can get you linked up with the right people, put in a good word for you at the jobs that they're working at. It becomes this networking. It used to be you had to do that in person to network and get to know people to get into jobs that are very much that way, and a lot of jobs are. But in this case, you've got it all online, and you don't have to do that one-on-one as much anymore. And so it's a nice site to do that from. You can create a Weebly site or things as well, web pages. Those are fine. And there's also here in Canvas, which is cool. So if you don't want to do any of those, you can go into your Canvas account, click on your account, go to ePortfolios. And I've created several just for samples and to show people. You click on Create Portfolio. You can name it whatever you want it to be. Make sure to make it public. When you're done with all of your portfolios, you're just going to simply paste in your URL to your portfolio, and I will be able to see it right there in my window pane. Okay, so make sure you make this public so I can. And then make your portfolio. So in your portfolio, once you're in there, it's going to take you to this lovely page where it's going to say get started or whatnot. And it'll walk you through it. You can do things. This is your home page. This is like your front cover to an actual portfolio, your front page of a web page. Click on Edit, and then it comes up like a Canvas page. You can add artwork to it. You can upload files. You can add things about yourself in there. You can put in tables, whatever it is you want to do. This is your front page. They're electronic portfolios. They're supposed to be engaging. You want people to be interested in what you're doing, so make them engaging, make them interesting. The other thing that's really cool about this is, let's say I'm done with this page. So I'm done with that. You can create and organize more pages just by adding pages over here, create. You can organize sections if you want it really organized. It's up to you if you're one of those people. So let's say I'm going for a writing job and I want them to see my writing capabilities and what kind of things, my best work of writing. So I'm going into a writing job. So on that, I could go in here, and you as students, you've written lots of papers for things and you've done some really great work. You can go to your course submissions. Anything you've written or turned in on Canvas to a teacher is all right here. It's not easily searchable right now. They're working on getting it as search options. You can actually look up certain things or by class. So right now it's every last blessed thing you've ever done, so it's a lot to search through. But you can search through it, click on that, click on Submit Assignment, and it'll submit it for you. And it's all uploaded right there for you. So it's there for them to see. It's really cool that way. All right. So I'm going to cancel that one again. So that's an option for you as well if you don't want to create another website. Now, this is also not just good for jobs, but this is also good for scholarships and college applications. Because if you have an e-portfolio that you're going for a scholarship or for college admissions and you want them to see a unique part of you, and you want them to go out and see more of what you can do, this might give you an edge over other people getting in or getting that scholarship if they can see actual work. So when you're making your portfolio and you want them to see your volunteer work, you can have pictures of you out doing service or working with other people. If you have artwork, you can make a portfolio of your artwork that you're there. For me, I put in pictures of my props that I've done, sets that I've done, programs, pictures of shows, my classrooms, pictures of what my students have done. I have all sorts of things that are in my portfolio to show a bigger picture of me than what they just see on that resume. So a resume is just like, oh, we'd like to see more of this person. Oh, look, they have an e-portfolio. Let me go check them out. If I've got a good, engaging, really interactive, and they can see pictures and visuals and then descriptions of that and what that really means, that resume, what that really shows, it comes to life for them. And they can really get to know you better and pull you in for that interview, and you get a better shot. For me, I went to California for a job interview at one place, and another place I was just looking at, they hadn't done interviews yet. I said, can I stop in? They said, sure. I brought my big old portfolio, and they were looking for a drama teacher who could build a program because they'd lost a program. It was dying. They were down to like 5 kids. They didn't know what to do with themselves. I go in and I show them, this is what I've built up over 6 years. This is my plays I've done, awards I've won, all these things. And the next week, I had a 20-minute interview on the phone and had the job the next day because of that portfolio. If I hadn't gone and taken that portfolio and I just talked to them, I don't think I would have gotten that job. But because they could see what I could do and I had that all prepared for them and ready, they knew that they could choose me because they knew what I could do. So that's the difference. So today, you're going to have an opportunity, and most everyone yesterday in the last couple classes was able to get their resumes done and a good start on their portfolios. If you've already done a resume before for something, awesome. Update it, upload it. You're good to go and get your portfolios being made. If you missed the quiz last time because for some reason you felt that because you took the ACT in the morning, you didn't need to come to class, you might want to take that quiz and get that taken as well today. Just saying. So you have time